Good morning, guys. Thanks for tuning in to City Girl Gardening. I am Dee, your City Girl Gardener. This morning, I'm out in the garden. It's early morning. I don't know if you guys can see. Uh, the trees are blowing. Hurricane Ian is um, coming up the coast. So during the night, um, the winds blew down some things in the yard, and me and my husband found that our dog was also out in the yard being mischievous. So I'm out this morning in the garden getting some things cleaned up. I'm getting some things moved and put away, just in preparation for the winds and the rain, the storm that is going to come. The hurricane is expected to hit the coast of Charleston, and of course, I-26 is what connects us to Charleston. Charleston is about 3.5 hours away from where I live, so we are expecting to get these strong winds. We're expected to get get the rain. And so I'm out here this morning getting some things cleaned up out in the yard. Get some of my plants that I did get from our local farmers exchange. I was able to get my garlic seeds and my onion seeds this morning as well. So yep, I've been up pretty early getting the kids ready for school, and once I dropped them off, I went on over to the farmers exchange. They were open, and so I'm going to get those things done out here in the garden today, and you guys can follow me along the journey. Alright guys, I have most of the yard cleaned up. So what I'm going to do now is line the new addition to the bed. Yep, I've been slacking on it. I told you guys that I was going to get that done on the day that I put them out here and added them to the garden in my last video. But I have been slacking on it, and it's okay. You don't always get all of your things and duties that you need to get done. You don't always get them done in the same day, but as long as you get them done in that reasonable time so that you can stay on your planting schedule, or you can stay on schedule with the other duties that you've lined up, it's okay to postpone and put some things off. Don't overwork yourself when you get into your garden. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut my cardboard. I have cardboard because I ordered some stuff from Amazon this week, and it wasn't anything for the garden. It was some more cast iron Dutch ovens and frying pans and dishes that I ordered. I like cooking in cast iron. You can bring it out, cook it, use it on propane stands, so they're very versatile and they're durable. We do have a set of cast iron pans that is older than me, older than my husband. They belong to his great-grandmother and his grandmother, and we still have that cast iron set, and we do use it and cook from it. However, I do purchase and buy my own pieces that I like and want to cook in as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get this bed lined with the cardboard, because a little bit later I am going to go ahead and harvest the peppers that I have on the side of the house, and I'm going to get those pulled up out of that bed. The dirt that I have in that bed, I am going to transfer it over into this bed to fill in some of this bed, as well as I'm going to add some fresh, clean soil to it, raised garden bed soil, as well as some cow manure. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. All right, guys, as you can see, I did quite a bit more than I stated that I was going to do. I ended up getting the bed lined with the cardboard. Then I put my wood shavings over top of that. And I did go ahead and install my 3 fence posts to go ahead and just get them up out of the yard. I am going to secure them a little bit better. I just wanted them to get into place where I needed them to be so that I could place the cardboard around the post, because it's really hard to drive the post down into the ground when you have the layer of cardboard there. It makes it extra hard. So I just went ahead and put those in and then lined the cardboard around the fence post. I am going to get some pieces of cattle panel and I'm going to cut them to fit how I want them to be in this bed. I want to be able to have 3 trellises because this bed is long enough. 3 separate trellises in this bed, and then I still have spaces in between and on the ends to put plants that kind of bush out there, so I can get more things growing here. I can grow vertically as well as I can grow in a space where they can bush out. When I come back, I am going to go ahead and harvest the peppers that I have on the side of the house, and then I'm going to get started with digging the dirt out of that bed, getting it over into my wheelbarrow and getting it over here so that I can get it clean, get vines out of it, and I can start filling this bed. And then I'm going to get my fresh cow manure and fresh garden raised bed soil to top it off. Continue to follow me along my journey this morning as I complete some other things that I have set out in the garden. The wind is starting to pick up. It has blown down my my camera stand here, my Ring camera stand, and so I'm going to try to finish up with getting the mulch down around the beds from my wheelbarrow so that I can get around to the side of the house and harvest those peppers and get that dirt over into this garden bed, get it filled up before the rain and everything else comes. So just bear with me. All right, I have made it to the side of the house where my pepper bed is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start to harvest the bell peppers from these 3 plants that are here. It's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go ahead and harvest those, and I'm going to go ahead and get those pulled up. I was going to keep them until it got cold and our first frost came, but that is October 31st. Around November, the first week of November is when we're expecting our first frost. So I'm just not going to wait that long because I need to get the dirt out of this bed as well as move this bed from up under our kitchen window here. As I stated in one of the previous videos, we're getting new windows put into our house, and I don't want this garden box here, this garden bed, to be in the way or anything fall into the bed and contaminate my soil. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest these peppers, and I'm going to get the dirt out of this bed, and I'm going to put it over into the 8x2 garden raised bed, which is the new addition to the garden. you guys can see, the wind has picked up a lot more since this morning when I was out here. Pretty nice peppers. I'd say that's a pretty good harvest of bell peppers as well as some of the spicy peppers. I lost the marker for the pepper that was beside the bell peppers. It almost puts you in the mind of a jalapeno, but it is not a jalapeno. I have been thinking, is it a Cubanelle pepper? I think they're a little bit bigger, but I can't remember for sure what type of pepper this is. When you smell it, it does smell like it is spicy, but nonetheless, we're going to use these. So I'm going to take these into the house, and when I come back out, I'm going to get started with digging the soil out of this garden bed and getting it over into the new addition 8x2 garden raised bed. Sorry guys, the wind blew the camera down again. I am almost done with this bed. I have put the soil in from the garden bed on the side of the house. I have put the top layer of cow manure on this bed, and I'm just mixing it into the soil. I may get some more dirt and just go ahead and top it off once I get this all mixed in, but I am almost done with this bed for today. All right, guys, I have finished getting the dirt from the garden raised bed that's on the side of the house where I harvested the bell peppers and the other spicy green pepper. Um, I have finished this bed as well, gotten it all filled in, gotten the cow manure in, and got the top layer of soil. I thought I was going to have to use my fresh bag of soil, but what I did, I just went ahead and just put the cow manure in, got the last little bit of dirt, covered up the cow manure. And what I am going to do before I plant into these two new additions, I am going to add some bone meal as well as some blood meal to these beds, and I'm going to get some of the plants that I purchased early this morning from the our local farmers exchange. We call it the feed store. Um, I'm going to put some of those brassicas, which I purchased some more cabbage, some broccoli. Um, I did some romaine, red romaine, green romaine lettuce. I have some lettuce that I started from seed. They're sprouting out and growing, but I wanted to go ahead and get some lettuce down in the bed so I can make some fresh salads. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to stay on just a little bit longer, I'm going to go over to the side of the house and I'm going to try to see what I can do with the garden bed that's left on the side of the house up under the window. So just stick with me, guys, if you want to see the video until the end. All right, guys, I have finished over here with this project. Um, I was gonna remove the bed completely, but I ended up changing um, my mind about removing this bed completely. Um, I want to keep the garden bed, and when I looked at it, um, I think that everything will be okay as far as the bed. I'm not going to put anything in it right now. I'm going to leave it empty. I removed the soil and put the soil over into the new addition bed. And I just pulled it closer here to the bed with the bok choy and carrots growing in it. And I just think that I'm going to leave the bed over here on the side of the house. So I'm going to leave this bed. I just ended up sliding it over closer to this bed. It's still, part of it is still under the window, so that's why I'm just not going to go ahead and fill it right now or plant anything into it, because once we get the windows and stuff put in, I'll fill it and get some crops into it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll just cover it up with some plastic, with one of the clear plastic shower liners that I purchased from the Dollar Tree that I use to cover some of the beds when I want to create the greenhouse effect over the hoops. I use the plastic liner to keep the soil moist, to help with germination, to hold in some of the heat that the seeds need to germinate. So I use that plastic liner, and so I'm just going to take that and cover that bed with plastic liner, and that's just what I'm going to do with it right now. So there's still plenty of room to get over and change the windows out, and with me covering it up, there's no soil there for them to contaminate. So I'll just get fresh soil when I need to fill these beds. But I do thank you guys for tuning in with me today. It has been a long day. I thank you guys for being patient with me, following me along today as I get this stuff done. When I have my mind set to something and I want to get it done, I want to see how it looks, I will stop at nothing to get it done. And if that means working out in the garden all day, then that's what I'll do. I've gotten a good workout in, I've gotten a good sweat. So I'm going to go into the house, I'm going to get cleaned up, I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to have me a good cold glass of water, followed by a zero sugar Sprite Zero, and I'm going to kick my feet up. I am Dee, your city girl gardener. Thanks for tuning in as I did my garden chores for today. It's a lot of content in this video, but I hope you enjoy it. Go to my YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, comment, give me some feedback. You can check me out on my Facebook page at City Girl Gardening, and on YouTube I'm City Girl Gardening 803. So check me out, subscribe, tell somebody about my garden. Thank you for your support, and bye-bye.